What's up, my fellow Jets fans? Welcome to the latest episode of the New York Jets State of Mind podcast, coming at you as I love to do each and every week. This is your boy, Malcolm Harper, aka MH Jets Fan 83. You can follow me on social media on X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The audio version of this podcast is available on any of the digital platforms of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music. You can find the video version of this podcast on my YouTube channel if you prefer to watch. To all of my first-time followers, welcome to my podcast. Or if you're watching this on my channel for the first time, welcome aboard to my channel. If you are already a follower, welcome back. Before I get to my thoughts on the latest Jets news, including what GM Darren Mougey and head coach Aaron Glenn had to say during the annual owners meetings in Orlando, Florida, along with the latest mock draft that I found online and the latest rule changes that came out of the annual owners meeting, if you could do me a huge favor and share my channel and podcast with not only with other Jets fans, but NFL fans, that would be greatly appreciated. Wow, a lot of stuff has happened in Jetland since my last episode. And on a side note, if y'all never been to Cancun, Mexico, that's where I was on my vacation for a family wedding last week, by the way. I highly recommend y'all to go. It is a beautiful place. But anyway, let's get to the latest Jets news. During the annual owners meeting in Orlando that happened a couple of days ago, GM Darren Mougey spoke to the media, and he said right out the gate that Justin Fields is going to be the starter going into the season. But he also mentioned Tyrod Taylor is on his heels. Great asset to the quarterback room, emphasizes on staying young. Mentioned Brandon Stevens because of his physical traits as a cornerback. He is confident that AG and the coaching staff can get the best out of him. He also said, as far as the wide receiver room goes, it starts with G-Dub and Garrett Wilson. In regards to Alan Lazard, he feels good about it. The tight end room, adding Stone Smart. He also feels that Jeremy Rucker can take that next step as well. When asked about the extension of Garrett Wilson, Mougey said it's a good problem to have, but he also said he is focused on the NFL draft. Once the NFL draft is done, he will focus on potential extensions. He also said the collaborations with AG and sitting down with the staff the first day has been great. When asked about the right tackle position, he said there are guys up front with flexibility. And me personally, I'm glad that Mougey said that AVT is going to stay at guard. When asked about Justin Fields signing impacts the draft strategy for quarterback, he says, we're going to evaluate the entire draft class. He also said he does not know who they will draft at 7. He also said that it's wide open, continuing to evaluate the roster. He also said when asked about Andre Cisco, and Mougey said Andre Cisco is athletic with ball skills at the safe position. When asked about the potential of Fields under the new OC Tanner Strand, he said the entire offensive staff with a lot of bright minds in the offense there, along with AG from the defensive standpoint, as the head coach, can help Justin Fields. He is looking forward to April 7th when teams with new coaches will start their offseason program. He's excited about getting the relationship going even more. Now, after hearing that press conference from Darren Mougey, you could tell so far that he's prepared and speaking to the media. And that was his third time talking to the media so far since he was introduced as the general manager of the New York Jets. So I've been impressed so far. Now, let's move right along to the head coach, Aaron Glenn. He liked the quiet confidence of Justin Fields, and he knows football. As much as he praises Fields for his legs, he wants him to play quarterback. During OTAs, he will go out there and run an offense. He's a big man, tough, and he understands the game, according to AG. And he also wants to utilize that as much as possible. Both sides of the ball will be based on personnel. He has praised Jamie Sherwood for being a really good communicator. He's a true quarterback of the defense. Getting to the cornerback, big physical corner when asked about Brandon Stevens. It's all about coaching to get the best out of him. He also even praised about the new OC, Tanner Strand. He was under Jim Harbaugh, which was a running style offense, and Ben Johnson. He has all the confidence in Tanner to build an offense based on the things that he learned from both of them. AG also said that Andre Cisco can be a leader of our secondary. As far as Josh Reynolds goes, which, by the way, he did sign a 1-year contract with the Jets last week. He said he's a really good blocker. He could beat one-on-one coverage. Garrett Wilson is a dynamic player, so we're going to give him the ball as much as possible. It's a young man's game. Looking forward to the young guy stepping up. When asked about Jordan Travis, he said, when he is ready to play, he is going to compete. When asked about the new right tackle, they did their investigation, and he felt comfortable with his answers. He said that they are happy with Fields and Wilson are now teammates. He also said that Garrett's in a good place. Does not care what happened last year. When asked about Sauce, after he had a down year, he said that he wished that he would be on top every year, but it's not. AG also admitted that during his playing years, there were some years that he did not play well. He emphasized again that this is a grown man's league. Sauce was a damn good player the first 2 years. He was a good tackler the first 2 years. Recognize him and Stevens are corners, not just man corners. He wants both of them to locate the ball and intercept the ball in the business of keeping good players. He also emphasized the fact that he is a coach and just happens to coach defense. And he has spent a lot of time in the offseason understanding offenses in the last 7 to 8 years of his career. His fingerprints are going to be on this team. He said, I'm a huge believer in just moving in silence and letting things play out the way they need to play out. You don't win in the offseason. And to me, I like that quote from AG. After watching the press conference, you could tell he was annoyed with some of the questions that was asked. Now, let's move on to the owner, Woody Johnson. When asked on the Rodgers era, he said, quote, the experiment was a good experiment to bring him in, but it just didn't work out. As you can see, Johnson said, per ESPN's Rich Cimini, I have a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers. He is a great player, a Hall of Fame player. I'm sorry it didn't work out. He also said that the newest installment of the NFLPA annual survey that gave him an F, the only owner in the NFL to receive that grade, he said it's totally bogus. I'm literally watching him and I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. He does not take no accountability for any of the actions, and that is not good. So I'm hoping that he'll be able to actually stay out of the way of this go around. Now, let's get to the latest mock draft that I found from the USA Today. I will post the link in the description. According to Nate Davis, he has the Jets drafted Mason Graham with the 7th overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the defensive tackle from Michigan. And he said, quote, this roster has equal parts, young talent, and equally glaring holes. One of these voids is the interior defensive line depth that formed behind Quentin Williams, a former wrestler. Graham, a unanimous All-American in 2024, is a relentless three-down player who's equally effective against the run and pass and possesses both a high ceiling and a floor. If available, he's certainly the kind of player rookie head coach Aaron Glenn and GM Darren Mougey should be targeting. Now, in my opinion, what a 1-2 punch that would be in the middle of the defensive line if he does get drafted by the Jets with the 7th overall pick. Now, let's move along to some NFL news from the 2025 Spring League meeting in Orlando, Florida. There are some new rule changes that has passed. The first one is the NFL will now allow both teams to possess the ball in overtime, but did change the clock to 10 minutes instead of 15 minutes. Expanded replay assist has also passed. New tweaks to the kickoff rule allowing for a 6-3-2 format for return teams and changing the touchback line from the 30-yard line to the 35-yard line. A significant change in free agency now allows direct contact with players via Zoom calls during the legal tampering period. According to Jordan Schultz of Fox News, he reported that the NFL has updated the uniform policy allowing teams to wear throwback or alternate uniforms up to 4 times per season. Now, in my opinion, I absolutely love it. You got to go change it up sometimes. You can't be wearing the same thing all the time. And the tush-push ban is tabled after a 50-50 split. Owners could revisit the proposal in May. And also, I am absolutely annoyed over the fact that the Jets over-under for this year is going to be 5.5 wins. I see the Jets winning more than 5 games. If I had to guess, they will definitely go over. I could definitely see them winning 8 games. With the right coaching, the Jets will be a lot better than what people think. Now, in other Jets news, Rich Cimini of ESPN tweeted this earlier today saying that the Jets off-season program begins this upcoming Monday, April 5th. Voluntary minicamp is from April 21st to the 23rd. OTAs, off-season workouts, are from May 20th to May 22nd, May 28th to May 30th, and June 2nd to June 5th. And mandatory mini camps are from June 10th to June 12th. And a signing that they ended up doing, they have signed exclusive rights to free agent Xavier Newman Johnson. Those are my thoughts on the press conference of Darren Mougey and Aaron Glenn, the latest mock draft, the latest news from the annual owners meeting, and the latest Jets news. Now, before I get on out of here for the week, let me give a huge shout out to the following new followers on X: Maurice J and Fishy. Also, I want to give a shout out to the following new followers on Instagram: Taz_Mania, and my man, Jedalorian. Also, big ups to Tim Beverly 7240 for following me on my YouTube channel. I want to give a huge shout out to the following new followers that followed me on my TikTok page: ESE Pinch ET Turo, Trisha NNX, Aldo Sanchez, Veteran Gaming Podcast, Kels Baby XO, and MP Cole 0. Thank you all for following me. I appreciate it. So with that being said, I am signing off. I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting me on this podcast and my YouTube channel. I wish I had more time to actually publish more things, but obviously I'm tied up with my family and all that. So when I do have the time, I really appreciate you guys follow me. It's greatly appreciated. So again, follow me on social media on X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Go to the search box and type in my name, MHJetsFan83. For those of you watching me on my YouTube channel, hit the like button and subscribe button down below so that my channel can grow. All my audio episodes are available on any of the digital platforms of Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Please rate me 5 stars, leave me a comment, and hit the notification button. I will be posting key clips of this episode on my YouTube channel and TikTok pages, respectively. I will be back next week for the latest Jets news and another mock draft. And speaking of the draft, 3 weeks from tonight is the 2025 NFL Draft Round 1, live from Green Bay. So it's right around the corner, Jets fans. I know you guys can't wait, and so can I. So until next week, Jets fans, stay safe, take care, and as always, Jets, Jets, Jets.